Hi YouTubers, here's an update on the tank. I got 2 new fish and I also had a bad mishap. The bad mishap was with this MP10. I'll just have to get up and show you what happened. Where these zip tie things were, I had the cables running down, so when I was cleaning with the magnet it was in the way, so I thought I'll go the shortest way and have it going up. But when I went to cut the tie, as you'll see a bit further back, I don't think you can, there I cut the cable slightly, which stopped the pump and then broke the driver. And there's no part in the driver that you can see that's like a safety device that reset it or replace, so I had to buy a complete new driver, but I upgraded to the wireless so they both can communicate with each other. I had to cut the wire and redo each cable individually. I was hoping I could take the motor to pieces and re-solder it in the motor so it wouldn't be as noticeable, but I've not done that bad a job. You can hardly see it in the cable. I'll get a better view. I've used black insulation tape. You can hardly tell. But that was a mishap. I had to buy a new driver, so I wasn't happy. It took about a week to get hold of the new, sort out a new driver, but the communicating, the pumps are all working. What was I gutted? As for the fish, there's one. Some call them a yellow rock goby, but as I looked on the internet, they're called a yellow clown goby. There's one there, and the other one's there. And I've had them over a week now. But what I've had to do, because they're so small, on the MP10s, I've had to use the foam. Because they can swim away from them, but the holes in the MP10 could drag one in and they'd be just mincemeat, and I don't want that happening. So till they get used to the tank, I put the foams on to stop them swimming. Once they get to know the floor and everything. See, like that one's gone there now. They can swim away. They're an healthy fish, so if they weren't so healthy they probably would have got sucked in, but they're very healthy, so I've had to put the foamers on them. But the tank's doing really fine. Purple Kenya tree. Oof. I worried about that months and months and months back. It's doing really fine. I'll tell you what's doing really good. The green polyps. And they're encrusting that rock like crazy now. But before I had a few on it. There's a big colony now. Yellow polyps aren't doing as good as the green, but they're surviving. There's my torch. He's doing fine, but for the clowns wanting to host it, so it never gets to open up fully because the clowns are always around him. The purple red Ricardia mushrooms are spreading. My Medusa, I moved up to there and he's quite happy. He's got polyp extension on all the fingers, so that's a good sign. Turbinara coloured up really well. It's liking it there. The acro kind of SPS. It's getting very green coloured under the metal halides. It started with the tips going green and it's getting a bit more green all over. But it's doing fine because it started encrusting on the plug at the bottom. It's spreading on the plug, so that's a good sign, I suppose. The green mushrooms are doing really well there. As for that colony there, there's 3 mushrooms now there. One spread and split into 2. The plate, as you can see, is growing. You can see its tentacles. And as for the little baby one, which you could hardly see before, that's grown. The mushroom toadstool polyps are just reaching out like crazy. Pulsing Zania is doing well on that side. The hammer, I call it nowadays. Some call it a frog spawn, but it's mainly looking like an hammer. That's doing really well because when I got it were only 2 heads, it's gone to 3 heads and it's growing like mad. It's a Zoa garden. Oh well, it's surviving. I need to get some live photoplankton, which I've ordered off eBay. They're supposed to like that stuff, so hopefully that should buck them up. And as for the brain, it's back to full health. It's the brain. It's doing really well now. Loves the metal halides. So that's a quick rundown on the corals. And as you can see, all the fish. Female clown, regal tang, gobys, foxface rabbitfish, the little male clown, the yellow clown gobys, up there in the back, cleaner shrimp, the red starfish, brittle star, it's still around. When I switched the lights on this morning, he was out in the tank, but he doesn't like being out in daylight or under the lights, so he's shot behind the rocks. Still got the cleaner crew. You can see a turbo snail there, another turbo snail. There's a turbo snail over there on the back. There's another couple somewhere else. I've still got the dwarf red-legged hermit crab, the other hermit crab, the scavenging hermit crab. So things are on the up. So there's the tank. All I need to do now is start filling the spaces with different corals. I don't know if I'll do much with fish wise. I'd like to get rid of the foxface and the regal tang because they're too big. I don't know, they're too boisterous and hitting things when they go flying around the tank, so I wouldn't get a pair of them again. I'll go for smaller fish. And there's a female hovering around the torch. But there's an update for you. I'll catch you all later.